perform the lift after being given the start signal. The athlete lowers the bar to the chest and must hold the weight motionless. Both elbows must extend at the same rate and lock out together. Once the lift has been completed, they will receive a rack signal and return the bar to the rack. An immediate decision will be made by the referees as to whether the lift was successful or not. A white light is given for a successful lift, and a red light signifies an unsuccessful lift. Athletes may make 3 lifts during the competition and must increase the weight attempted by at least 1 kilogram following a successful lift. The winner is the athlete who lifts the most weight in their body weight category. In powerlifting, athletes are classified by body weight alone, which means athletes with different impairments compete for the same medals. There are 10 different weight categories for both men and women. The body weight categories range from 49 kilograms to over 107 kilograms for men and 41 kilograms to over 86 kilograms for women. An incredible feat of strength. By using just their upper body, athletes can often lift more than 3 times their own body weight. If you'd like to find out more about powerlifting, you can visit our website where you'll find lots of information about the sport and how you can get involved.
After its debut as weightlifting in the Tokyo 1964 Paralympic Games, the sport, now known as powerlifting, expanded from just male lifters with a spinal cord injury to include athletes with physical impairments that affect their lower limbs or hips, or athletes with short stature. Female powerlifters made their Paralympic debut in 2000. Powerlifting is the ultimate test of upper body strength, and you'll often see athletes lifting more than 3 times their own body weight. Powerlifters are split into 10 different categories based on body weight for each gender. Powerlifting consists of one discipline, a bench press. Unlike the able-bodied sport where athletes use their feet on the floor to assist the bench press, Paralympic athletes lie totally flat on a completely different style of bench. Each competitor has 2 minutes to complete their attempt. When the lifter has the bar under full control, they must wait until they receive the command, start. Then they have to lower the bar in a controlled manner and definitively stop it on the chest. Next, they press it upwards, lock out both elbows simultaneously and hold the bar under control until the referees command to wrap. At least 2 white lights are required, then 3 referees for a good lift. A red light indicates a bad lift. Athletes have 3 attempts, and the winner is the athlete that lifts the heaviest weight. In the 3rd round, 2 weight changes are permitted. The weight change can be higher or lower. No changes are allowed if the lifter has already been called to the platform by the speaker, and or if the bar has already been loaded. To attempt a new record, it must exceed the previous one set by a minimum of 0.5 kilograms. Where a world record is broken during the actual 3 lifts of competition, the 0.5 kilograms does not count towards the competition total, but is rounded down to the full kilogram. The jury may allow a 4th attempt for a world record. This adds suspense to the competition, as a lifter could break the world record but may not win gold. Powerlifting offers a tense and dramatic spectacle where coaches have to be good strategists as their athletes battle to outlift their rivals.
So he's making way to the bench. The first lift in this up to 55 kilogram category. Yamamoto looking to make it to her home Olympic Games later, Paralympic Games later on this year, at the end of August and September in Tokyo. Coach just looking over. As she prepares and settles herself down for this first lift. Big breaths as she prepares. Also put the rack back on. 3 red markers there, both the chest and press sequence given against Yamamoto on her first lift in this competition. So I'm joined with Pete Selby here for this competition. So Pete, what's your thoughts on the up to 55 category today?
Well, we've been blessed really with fantastic sessions so far, and really looking forward to this one because it's very tight. Just looking at the opening weights, Shevchuk 127, mark of Nigerian team off to a cracking day one already with 2 goals at 120. Kutseva and Uzbekistan 110, who we'll be seeing next. And Yamamoto looking to do better with her second attempt. So I think it's going to be very close. And just looking at the opening weights, the 127, well, that's only 4 shy of the current world record. It's the quality that we're witnessing in Manchester. Good afternoon, everybody from Williams Forum in Manchester, wherever you're watching this live stream around the world. Who's up? Kutseva of Uzbekistan. Third in the World Championships back in 2017 in Mexico. Won gold at the up to 55 weight category in the Asian Para Games. That was in Indonesia in 2018. And a huge roar as she looks to get her competition off to a successful start. 110. And a good lift. She makes a light work of a 110. And Kutseva from Uzbekistan gets off to the perfect start.
So as Kutseva makes her way down the ramp and out of the main arena, the bar is now being loaded up to 120. The first of Onyenyechi mark from Nigeria. And Nigeria very dominant in powerlifting, already with a couple of medals here today in the early rounds. Looking forward to seeing the battle between Mark and Shevchuk here. So Mark from Nigeria, already the junior on 127. Shevchuk, the world record holder, at 131. And this is just the second stop of the World Cup.
Please welcome for their first attempt representing Nigeria, Onyenyechi Mark.
Onyenyechi then making their way up the ramp with their coach. And they began powerlifting back in 2015. He's one of the ones to watch, not just here but in the lead up to the Paralympics later this year. the estate in Nigeria. Just settling herself down as her coach gets ready to strap her legs down on that bench. She gets herself under the bar, just looking at where their hands are going. You see the big red 25s, blue 20s, smaller reds on each side of that bar. The bar itself weighing 25 kilograms as well. Here we go, 120 for a first lift. That weight gets put back on the rack as we hear the good lift and 3 white lights there. What a start that is from Mark from Nigeria, putting the benchmark down, 120.
Green is the colour when it comes to the Nigerians. They have started this competition in great form. Another good lift.
Absolutely fantastic. Straight to the top of the leaderboard. Obviously only had 3 lifts so far. More weights being added to the bar now for the next lift.
Yeah, 127 then for the Ukrainian Ariana Shevchuk. Took gold here a year ago. 115 is what Shevchuk lifted a year ago in this venue. Holds the world record, 131, set in Dubai a couple of years ago. 4th at this weight category in Rio.
First attempt representing Ukraine, Mariana Shevchuk.
Here she comes. Former medalist as well at the World Championships in Mexico. Shevchuk wasting no time at all. Straight onto the bench, 127. What can Shevchuk do? This is quite some weight really for an opening mark. 127. Mark of Nigeria with 127 in the second round already loaded up. That can of course change depending on Shevchuk. And good lift. 3 white notices giving Shevchuk the perfect start. She's delighted. 127 in the first round. What weight will she go up to in the second round? Mark might have to just increase that 127 for her second lift. But what a start to this up to 55 competition. Shevchuk 127 in the first round.
This is going to be a fascinating battle. Are we likely to see a world record attempt by Shevchuk? Do you think she's in the mood? She looked determined, didn't she?
I think
Absolutely
so.
determined.
I think so, Mark. The way she walked out onto stage, jumped onto the bench, and then a clean 127. Now, she's already marked down 132 for her second lift. Now, 132 will be a new world record. Let's just wait and see what happens. But this up to 55 kilogram category, we said at the start, 4 athletes, it's going to be close between the top 3, but the winner might well be setting some new standards for others to set or others to try and reach, and they'll be watching around the world.
Bear in mind, over in Colombia for the first World Cup performance, the gold medal there was only at 117. Now, bear in mind, obviously, a lot of teams aren't able to make all of the events due to travel restrictions, etc. So that was Duman from Turkey taking 117 in Colombia. Obviously, as we build up towards Dubai, which is going to be the big one where a lot more people potentially are going to get to, the last event prior to the Paralympics. But this is a benchmark in itself. she's there for a reason.
Exactly, and as much as we would imagine Dubai in June will be where the majority of athletes will be, and if you were looking before the first event in Colombia, it would be where you would imagine the highest weight would be lifted. We're talking world records already in Manchester. There will be going some elsewhere to try and match what we've already seen in round one, let alone what could happen in the next 2 rounds.
We've had British records already set. We've had world records attempted. Again, now later on in 4 more lift time, we'll have another world record lift taken part. Next to go is going to be Eri Yamamoto from Japan. Just waiting for the head referee to get back into position to give the all good to go. Following on this session, we've then got the men's 2 categories coming later today. Obviously in this first day's session. It's going to be the men's up to 49 and up to 54 categories. We've got Thomas Smith and home crowd favourite. Unfortunately, we don't have a crowd here, but hometown favourite of Ali Jawad competing in this competition as well later today. You see on the screen the result of Onyenyechi Mark. She's the only one competing in the junior section of the up to 55 category, which is why she's got first place name on there already.
And you could be mistaken for looking at the results on screen for imagine that would be the final results, yet that was just
the first round.
The first round. Shevchuk there, 127, 120 for Mark. 127 is what she's going to go for in round 2 at the moment. I'd imagine the discussions backstage will be regarding those. A little bit of cat and mouse.
Please welcome for their second attempt, representing Japan, Eri Yamamoto.
So Yamamoto come out for her second attempt at 60 kilograms. I was given red lights from the referee after the first lift. Mainly on chest sequence. She makes her way up towards the bench, just looking at end on, assessing those weights on there. Got 2 yellow 15 kilograms on it. And the 2.5 reds, and obviously the bar as well. Just composing herself now. Wants to get this good lift under her belt there to go into her third lift. So each athlete having 2 minutes from the time they're announced. Use their time wisely. Here she goes, second lift at 60 kilograms. Slightly slower on the lift up. What will the referee say? It is 3 whites. She gets a good lift. Big breath as she climbs off the bench. That's her first 3 white lights for Yamamoto. Gets a green marker on the board at 60 kilograms.
Yamamoto then delighted with her lift. 118 now being applied to the bar for the athlete from Uzbekistan, Musa Kuzeva. 118, successful with a 110 lift in the first. It's a good lift as well.
Please welcome for their second attempt, representing Uzbekistan, Rusa Kuzieva.
Kuzieva, 118. certainly not out of the running for possibly a silver. Mark of Nigeria successfully lifting 120 in the first round, but will be aiming for gold. Now, if unsuccessful, that 120 will obviously then stand, and, well, if Kutsieva is successful with this 118, could then look to go beyond 120. So, safe in terms of finishing third, but certainly not out of the reckoning at all for silver. He'll need to be successful though with 118.
1 minute.
Kutsieva. Last minute adjustment on the bench. It's a very solid lift, and it's a good lift. Good lift for Kutsieva, and she is now 2 from 2 with her lifts, 110 and 18, and that'll just keep Mark of Nigeria honest in terms of her future lifts, and who knows what Kutsieva will now do in the third round. But now we're back to the big two.
So Onyenyechi Mark from Nigeria posting 127. This will equal the junior world record that she set.
Not just the big two, hey Mark, it's really record time with these two as well.
I have a feeling records are going to be broken today and over the course of this 4-day World Cup competition. Here comes Onyenyechi Mark, looking cool and relaxed as she makes her way to the bench. 127. So 2 of the big red 25s. And then a little green one. The 25 on the bar. Lovely view there of Mark, just getting herself settled, composed underneath that bar. Just getting the measurements right in her hand. This is to equal her world record, 127, her second lift. Successful at 120 in the first lift. So no lift for Onyenyechi Mark. Gets 2 red lights. The press sequence on the way back up there, so doesn't get quite a chance to equal that junior world record she set at 127. No doubt she'll still be pushing for it. And as you mentioned, Pete, as well, Kutsieva with 118 is going to keep pushing her forward. Kutsieva is set in for 121, so without another successful lift, if Kutsieva gets that, then it is a silver medal for her. But we are looking now at a world record attempt, Pete.
Yes, we are. Mariana Shevchuk was successful 27, which we've just seen Mark fail at trying to match. 132 is on the bar. The world record holder is indeed Mariana Shevchuk with 131, set in Dubai 2019. 132 will be a new world record. She showed that she means business in the first round. Can she follow up that successful first lift with a world record? Women's up to 55 kilogram category. Again, 131. Set by Shevchuk a couple of years ago. Her first attempt today here in Manchester. at 132. A big roar, big punch of the air by the coach. And a good lift. A new world record on day one of the 2021 Manchester World Powerlifting World Cup. And a world record, 132 in the women's up to 5 kilogram category. Mariana Shevchuk has beaten her own world record.
Phenomenal lift that. She looked determined and positive all the way from that walkout. Got 2 out of 3. Amazing work by Mariana Shevchuk. Really setting the standard now. One to watch for Tokyo. It's going to take some beating there. So Yamamoto will be taking her third lift at 64 kilograms.
There we go, confirmation. The in-venue announcer, Stephen Jameson, just confirming that that was indeed a new world record. And we've not finished yet, Mark.
She's still got one more. It'll be interesting to see where she goes. Onyenyechi Mark has gone for 127 again on her third lift. And we're just waiting to see what the coach from Ukraine is. He's just at the table at the moment with the team.
Now here's where the cat and mouse begins, because Mark of Nigeria failed at 127. He's going to go for 127 again. If unsuccessful, we'll drop back to 120. And Kutseva of Uzbekistan, successful at 118, has the next mark as 121, which could well see her finish second and get the silver behind the new and extended world record set there by Shevchuk. So the competition sealed for gold, but still all to play for silver and bronze.
Yeah, it could be a second gold medal for Ukraine in this competition as well. Lelida Solovyova earlier on in the up to 50 kilogram category took her gold medal there earlier today, so this will be the second one back to back for them.
And also a little bit of context regarding that lift by Shevchuk, not only a world record, but also comparing to last year here in Manchester, where she took gold at 115.
Yep.
So considerably higher to take gold here. So the standard has certainly increased, and then she goes one better by breaking the world record.
Representing Japan, Eri Yamamoto.
Imagine still a few months left to go before the Paralympics as well. How much more can they go?
Well, if you're
She's in prime position now.
Exactly, you're an athlete watching this in the women's up to 55 kilogram category, and you may be taking part in Bangkok, Tbilisi or in Dubai, and you've just watched Shevchuk break the world record.
She has just posted her third lift. It's going to be 139. Here we go with Yamamoto for her third lift at 64 grams. Took her 2 attempts to her first lift to get to 60. Again, just going through her pre-lift routine. So she settles herself down. Here we go, third lift for Yamamoto from Japan. Couldn't quite get the push up there. So 3 red lights on the chest sequence and press sequence there. So 60 kilograms is the final score for Yamamoto. As we go to the final 3 now.
Yeah, Rusa Sevieva of Uzbekistan, 110 round 1, successful, 118 successful in 2. Now the bar set at 121. Just a bit of context here regarding the result in Rio 2016. Shevchuk was finished in 4th with 107. She'll be disappointed with that compared to what she's lifting now. 130 was the gold medal winning lift by Amelia Perez of Mexico. So of course the new world record will obviously been successful for the gold, and then he dropped down to 127 and 115 for silver and bronze. So just to add a bit of context, essentially the top 3 in this competition right here in Manchester would have been gold, silver, gold and bronze in the Olympic Games, the Paralympic Games of 4 years ago.
And we still got to wait for Perez, Onyema and Zhao from China and Nigeria respectively to get a part of this World Cup as well. So it's going to be very fascinating, these final few stages before the Paralympics. Remember, top 8 will be going through in the World Cup rankings.
Yeah, if the
20 medals
standings
up for grabs.
Exactly, if the standings, as I said, if the standings stay as they are here in Manchester, it would have been again a gold, bronze in the Paralympic Games of 5 years ago now. Just shows the standard that we're witnessing here in Manchester. Now 121. This will take Kotseva above Mark, who will still have one more lift remaining. Can she make it 3 from 3 and really put the pressure on the Nigerian? It's again that trademark last minute shuffle under the bar. Slow lift just slightly to her right, and a no lift, just like leaning over to her right hand side. And Rusa Kotsiova successful with 2 lifts at 110, 118, and she will be in 3rd place and getting the bronze medal in Manchester with a good lift again of 118.
So 3 reds on the press sequence and chest sequence for Kotsiova. Next is going to be Yonchi Mark from Nigeria, going for 127 again to equal that junior world record she set. She's guaranteed the silver medal in the senior competition and the gold medal in the junior competition here in the Manchester edition of the World Cup. I'm sure she would love to go out equaling that world record, that junior world record she set at 27.
Yes, and again, just again the context, this would be a silver medal equaling lift for the Paralympic Games in Rio. Again, if we're just comparing the standard here.
So many lifters still yet to kind of compete in this World Cup as well. It's just going to be fascinating next few months of the World Cup as it travels around the world, ready for the Paralympics.
Such a strong category, the up to women's 55 kilograms, such a strong division. And at the moment, to try and pick, even though we've witnessed a world record, to try and pick who would go into Tokyo as the favourite is, quite frankly, impossible at this stage, Mark.
Too many to choose from at the moment. The team behind the scenes here all watching now as Mark prepares for a 3rd lift at 127.
No lift.
3 red lights there given, just leaning across to the left hand slightly lower than the right on that press sequence there. So she finishes on 120 in 2nd place in the senior competition and gold in the junior competition, and those 2 attempts not successful at 127, but definitely again one of the ones to watch in this amazing category that is going to be changing. The top kind of 8 in this are going to be so close come the Paralympic times in August.
Yes, when discussing the lifts of Mark, it's regarding that 127 kilogram weight to equal her junior world record. I don't think it won't take long until we'll be discussing her lifting possible world record attempts.
You see the disappointment when she comes away from into the back up into the warm area as well. So we're just hearing that Shevchuk will not be taking part in her third lift.
Yes, obviously disappointing. We would love to see her try and lift 133, but completely understandable. She lifts 127 with her first round lift, and then she tries for a world record, round 2, 132 kilograms. Mariana Shevchuk breaks the world record in round 2, secures gold here in Manchester, and we look forward to what she will then do later on this year as we look towards Tokyo. Shevchuk in fantastic form and breaking a world record in Manchester.
So there we see the final results. Yamamoto with a 60 kilogram lift in 4th place. Kozeva 118 from Uzbekistan. Mark with a 120 from Nigeria, and then as you just mentioned, that world record 132 for Mariana Shevchuk. Gold again here in Manchester. Second gold for Ukraine in the competition as well. So we're going to get ready for the medal presentation for the seniors and also the juniors up to 55. Just one competing in that, and that was Onyechi Mark at 120. So she'll be making her way out twice for the medal ceremony, taking the gold medal here in the junior competition. Just as we wait for the presentation to take place today, we have the men's up to 49 kilogram category and up to 54 kilogram category coming your way in the late afternoon session here, starting at 5 to 5. We'll have the medals for the up to 55 category first. If you are enjoying the coverage and looking for more of this, please do follow and use the hashtag Powerlifting on social media. You see all the posts and the live table results are on the Powerlifting website. The live results as they happen.
The stage is being set for the medal ceremony. A special shout out to the many officials, coaches, event workforce and contractors who, without their support, we would not be at this event today. Understandable in the current conditions around the world. And this event has been in collaboration with the International Paralympic Committee for World Powerlifting, UK Sports, British Weightlifting, Manchester Active and the Women's Shore Forum Trust and the facility operator. Everyone active have all been working tirelessly to ensure the most robust and rigorous COVID-19 protocols possible have been put into place to aid, protect and support the athletes here today in their critical preparations for the up-and-coming Paralympics in Tokyo.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the women's up to 55 kilogram category junior championship.
Here we go for the medal presentation. The first medal presentation is for the junior women's up to 55 kilogram category. Just the gold medal. The gold medal goes to Onyechi Mark from Nigeria with a lift of 127.
Gold medal representing Nigeria, Onyechi Mark.
Had 2 attempts at her junior world record at 127. It seals the gold medal in the junior competition and silver medal in the senior competition with her lift of 120. So gold to Mark in the junior competition as we get ready for the presentation for the senior women's up to 55 kilogram category.
So I've had the medal presentation for the junior women's up to 55 kilogram category. Now the senior medal ceremony, and what a competition it was.
The winner of the bronze medal representing Uzbekistan, Ruza Kuzieva.
Bronze medalist from Uzbekistan, Ruza Kuzieva. Lift of 118 in round 2. Attempted 121 in round 3, which ultimately would have been a silver medal if successful.
Silver medal representing Nigeria,
Onyenyechi Mark of Nigeria, 120 lift in the first round. Good enough for silver. Attempted 127 on a couple of occasions, and is the silver medalist. But the gold, Mariana Shevchuk of the Ukraine, 127 in round 1, and went 5 better with a new world record, 132 lift in round 2. Secures the gold here in Manchester, and also a new world record. Shevchuk then takes gold. Second time she's received a gold medal here in Manchester in the last year or so. 115 was the lift in 2020, and a world record 132 this time around. What a competition, what a division, the women's up to 55 kilogram category. Looking forward to what happens in Tokyo. And there's plenty more to come from Manchester on day 1 of these Manchester World Powerlifting Championships. And we'll be back at 4:30, and it's the turn of the men. Men's up to 49. We'll be starting at 4:30. Make sure you're with us on the live stream, and we'll be back shortly before 4:30 to bring you all the live coverage from here in Manchester. And who knows, how about some more world records?
Let's do it.